Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Today we will be discussing Knightfall, Knightsend, the third book in the Knightfall series. Third and final. I don't know. Excuse me. The first one is the one that introduction of Bane, his backstory, then his coming to Gotham with the intent of breaking Batman, to the point where he breaks Batman's back. Boom. End of volume 1. Great volume. Number 2 is Jean Paul Valley taking over as the Batman because Bruce Wayne's back was broke. And instead of having Dick Grayson do it, he takes Jean Paul Valley, and it shows Jean Paul's Azrael's descent into this psycho monster Batman because of his programming of Azrael. That is where it started to fall apart for me a little bit. And then we have number 3, where you have Bruce coming back, and he is, the first part, he realizes that in order to take the mantle of the Bat back from Azrael, he needs to get back into things, because he's been away from it for so long. First rehabbing his back and getting back in to be able to walk and all that, and then all the other things that he did. He's lost a step, and so the first part is him, getting his nerve back and all that, and then we have him going up against Azrael. Now here's this book. If it had just been that, it would have been good. But this volume and these books suffer from the same thing, same maladies as they did in the second volume. There's too much filler in the crossovers. It's like they want to extend it out. So you've got all this time of him working with Lady Shiva to get the proper mindset back, which goes on a little long. And then there's some side stories which shouldn't even be included. I mean, they're just filler. And then once he does defeat Jean Paul, I mean, we all know that he did. That's not a spoiler. Bruce leaves again and leaves the mantle to Dick Grayson, which I don't really see the point. I mean, what they could have done, in my opinion, is, have Dick finally realize what's going on, saying, "Hey, look, this is horse shit. We can't have him, Jean Paul, going and killing people. Do this." He goes and takes out Jean Paul, and then stays as Batman until Bruce Wayne comes back, because he does at the end of the book. And it could have been, a lot shorter, because you've got, once Bruce leaves again, which they don't really explain why he did. I think that's in another little side story that they have published over here, because it's there's this, and then Troika is one of the things in here. They don't explain why he does it, and so you've got Dick coming to terms with his past as Robin, and his failures as Robin, his failure as Nightwing, with the Titans and Corey and all that. I'm not sure what that had to do with Bruce getting the mantle of the Bat back. I think they were just trying to jam more into the Knightfall storyline. I mean, that was kind of an interesting story, but I don't think it really had much to do with Batman. With Bruce, I should say, because they should have it so where Bruce is like, okay, I'm back in the proper mindset, and then boom, get back in there, and then the whole Robin thing can be done later in a different storyline. But that's just me. I mean, this was a tad hard to get through, just because there were so many side stories they're doing, and they're like, you've got some Catwoman stories where she's trying to get some device to help a friend of hers walk again. Doesn't have a thing to do with Knightfall at all. Somehow they managed to cram that into the story by having Batman and Robin appear because they're fighting the same guy or something like that. It's just, it just seemed like they're forcing these side stories in there to make it a little longer for a cash grab. So I'm not going to, Volumes 2 and 3 are not as good as Volume 1, because Volume 1 was kind of tight. It got everything they in there. Everything in there pretty much had stuff to do with Bane and the fall of Batman. The rest of the stuff is, okay, boom, 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 and then, oh, let's do this, boom, 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 let's do this, boom, 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 let's do this, boom. They could have tightened it up a lot more. But anyway, so I'm going to give this a 3.75 out of 5. And say, if you're a completist like I am, if you're kind of a big Batman fan, get it. The only reason I have it right now is, the only reason I finished it was I wanted to just complete the story. But if you aren't 100% set on reading everything on it, just Volume 1 would be fine. So anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think or what you thought of it if you read it. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.